I'm not talking about the OnlyFans models. I'm not talking about the corn stars. I'm not talking about the people who sell sex. I'm not talking about the twerkers, the strippers. Now, if you guys do those things, if that's how you move yourself forward in this life, by any means, do what works best for you. I'm talking about the mothers, the divine feminine. Not even just mothers, but the divine feminine in this life that makes the kings move forward, that actually builds the kings up and doesn't break them down. All the mothers, including my mother, shout out to you, salute to you. We all need to continue to shout out to that divine source. That's where creation, that's where life starts in this life. Not that life doesn't start with the other people who are adult stars, etc., but that will leave you soulless. Selling your body and selling sex to perform, to have some type of performance in your life, to make like you feel worth it because you're doing that. This isn't to bash anybody. I don't bash kings or queens on my platform, Talk with Dev, Conscious Health, Conscious Wealth. I deeply appreciate you for pulling up, watching me show out, because you didn't have to be here. But the divine feminine, and this isn't to say that race, this race, because race, what even truly is race? That just causes divide. On this earth, all of the divine feminine, shout out to you, salute to you, kings. We need to appreciate them more, right? A lot of things go unnoticed. Just like, speaking off of experience, my mother, I deeply appreciate you, and I'm happy I have you. I'm happy you're here, because a lot of people don't even have their elder figure, their OG figures in their life, whether that's mom or pops. So I want to deeply shout out to my mother, because a lot of the things she's done, she doesn't have to do. You know, a mother should have her kids' backs, but a lot of mothers don't, right? And a lot of people are missing that figure in their life. So we need to shout out to the divine feminine every single day. Of course, the masculine too, right? But we need to shout out to the divine feminine, because their credit is lacking. Their credit has fell off. You know, in this life, we neglect a lot of things. We neglect nature. We neglect this. We neglect that. And we also neglect the divine feminine. So make sure 2+ minutes into Talk with Dev, you did not have to show up to watch me show out. You kind of get the gist on my channel. I advocate for getting in nature. If you're not in nature, try getting a plant in your room. If you're in a warm climate and you're not taking walks for clarity, solitude by yourself, not antisocial, still talk to people, but solitude by yourself, journaling, prayer, meditation, outside, that's what I advocate for, because that's what we're getting away from. Take a deep breath. Sometimes that's all you truly need. I'm contradicting myself a little bit by talking about being in nature while I'm on my phone, but I do this to move you guys forward and move myself forward on this YouTube platform. It's different than TikTok and Instagram Reels, the brain rot type of thing. You actually, and even YouTube Shorts, it's different. You actually have to sit down and watch me and watch whoever you're watching in these type of videos. So it's deeply appreciated. The divine feminine is lacking credit. The one who actually holds it down for their children when they could be doing something else. Whether it's for some reason, that's not normal, right? When it should be 3+ minutes into Talk with Dev, Conscious Health and Conscious Wealth. I deeply appreciate you. When it should be normal, but it isn't. And let's take it a notch further. Not even just supporting their ones that came after them, but everything the divine feminine does support, helping with growth. Showing a younger woman what a true woman actually is, and showing a young man what a true woman actually is. Not the ones that are selling sex on the internet, showing ass. You feel me? Everything else. Sex sells, so I get it, queens. But can you sit a man down and truly help him become a man? Actually show him what a true woman is, what true love is, what true affection is. Sage is in the cut. This is my plan I recently got for my birthday. It's a money tree. Shout out to my mother, a divine feminine, that gave me this plan. There's divine feminine in nature. Not even just, let's talk about, not even the human aspect. Let's talk about trees. There's feminine trees that bear fruit, that give us vitamins. 4+ minutes into Talk with Dev, Conscious Health and Conscious Wealth. I don't do this to make $1 million. It's March 2025. Whether you believe the new year isn't until spring, whatever it may be, in our calendar is 2025, right? I had 118 subscribers in 2024 in March. That year has came around, not fully yet, and I wasn't truly 100% consistent as I should have been. I've gained over 1,000 subs. It's deeply appreciated. I don't do it to make $1 million. So anybody who shows up to watch me show out, if you don't even stay for 10 seconds, if you don't comment, if you don't like, it's deeply appreciated. Anything, if you disagree with anything I say, it's also deeply appreciated, because you would sub, you would comment, or you would like if it resonated with you. I wouldn't even have to ask that. The divine feminine needs more credit in this life, because that's the source. Let's be 100% honest. Man, we can't do anything without a woman. Yeah, not a damn thing. A lot of these things that we do is to impress the divine feminine anyway, or to please the divine feminine anyway. That's just how life is. 5+ minutes into Talk with Dev, conscious health and conscious wealth. Did you pick up on anything I put down so far? The divine feminine needs more credit. The divine feminine needs to be looked at like this is a source that we need to protect instead of bash. A lot of things can be fixed with a conversation to your divine feminine. And kings, our goals should align with a divine feminine that will move us forward continuously. In the long run, if that's what you want. Now, if you want to be by yourself, I get that. Divine feminines that try to bring the other feminines that aren't being divine out of the gutter, salute to you as well. And this isn't to bash anyone, but I'm trying to tell you, selling sex is evil. I'm just going to be 100% honest with you. Whether it's bringing you that amount of... We're the only species living to paying to live on this earth. So I get we do need the dollar. I understand that consciously. I overstand it. We need the dollar to move forward in this life. Sadly, right? But there's plenty of ways to create your own source of income. There's plenty of ways to make your money just doing what it is in your career, whatever career you chose in this life. I understand that OnlyFans may be helping you pay bills. The OnlyFans may be helping you do this. That corn content may be helping you do this, maybe helping you do that, but you're beautiful and you are rich in spirit. You're destroying that. Your true worth. You feel me? Your true worth was not to sell sex. My shirt a little drunk and it is what it is. I usually go 8 to 10 minutes. I'm closing in on that 7-minute mark. Any returning viewers, you realize that I go 8 to 10 minutes max because I do not like to talk your heads off for too long. If this is your first time pulling up to Talk with Dev, I deeply appreciate you. You get the content. I don't cut much out. I don't add much in. It's just raw me. Raw me. I deeply appreciate you for pulling up. I got like a minute, maybe more for y'all. The divine feminine needs to be appreciated more. Now, if you're continuously appreciating the divine feminine, I appreciate you. I don't believe to know any more than the next person. I just feel like this topic needs to be talked about. Seriously. You know, we are saluting all the women with the ass out on the internet. That's not, you want your daughter to look at that? You want that to be your daughter? Really think about it. You want your little sister to be doing that? Really think about it. Would you want to see your mom doing that? Really think about it. The divine feminine needs way more credit. I appreciate y'all for tuning in.